Shalom, family. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Coming back with another edifying lesson, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Shalom to y'all, family. Shalom. I'm right now, headed to the, I like to say the plantation. Just to see where Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is trying to lead me at through this day. Every day is always a day of reaching higher and higher than where you was ever standing at yesterday, last week, last month, last year, last years. You gotta grow in this thing, man. You hear many that say faith of a mustard seed can move mountains. Well, that faith has to get into a place. 333. That faith has to get into a place of growing where it can get itself in a place of bearing fruits. That's why I say faith of a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? Because that seed alone is something that you barely can see. Though you can see it, but you can't see it like that. You gotta really, really focus in order to, see it for what it is. And many of us can have, it don't necessarily have to be as a mustard seed when it comes to this faith. Because we all have to bear our own fruits, as we are feeding off of the source, which is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So the very first thing I want to start off and say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Thawada Yahweh, Thawada Yahushua, Salakia Abba Yahweh, Salakia Hamashiach Malak Yahushua, Kohelah Abba Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Malak Yahushua, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, Babakusha, 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 Babakusha. Alright? So, double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Barakatah and Thawada to all of those who are being diligent inside this truth. And they're doing the best that they can when it comes down to keeping the commandments of the Most High Heavenly Fathers, as well as carrying on the faith of the Hamashiach Yahushua, who is the Malak. And as I always make it known, it's all about the kingdom. So, get right into it. Call it Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakak Badash, Barakathon to the Akim and the Akwatium that's on here on this live stream at the very moment. And the title of this is called Thawada. Thawada. For those who are not aware of what Thawada means, in the Hebrew tongue it means thank you. So why am I saying Thawada? Because I learned sometimes we just gotta speak that and decree that, at every given moment. When you wake up, Thawada. When you eating, Thawada. When you drinking water, wine, whatever you having, Thawada. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is allowing you, to partake, within. When it comes down to things that can be pleasurable, even the things that are not pleasurable, between the good and the bad. Inside Job chapter 2, and in verse 10, this was when Job was speaking to his rib. So I want y'all to think about this when it comes down to self, because Haggai chapter 1 and verse 7 say, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, be considerate of thy ways." So, when you bring that together, going back into the part with Job, and where Job stands at, and bear with me, Job was talking to his rib, his wife. The wife is supposed to be what? Flesh of his flesh and what? Bone of his bone. So knowing that wife has to be flesh of his flesh and bone of his bone, right, which is the rib, or wives, however the way it is, ultimately, in the midst of it is you being able to understand that when Job was saying, surely shall we receive good at the hand of God and not evil, right? That was all in a place in with self, because before he can say anything to his rib, he had to apply it to himself. You know what I'm saying? He had to apply it to himself before he spoke. Notice that he didn't call her a foolish woman. In verse 9, he says she sounds like a foolish woman, saying you're better than that. So sometimes we gotta speak and decree these things unto our own selves, through the exhortation and what Yahweh Shem Yahushua brings to us through those who are around us. We want to exhort other brothers and sisters, on their efforts and what they're doing to the best of their abilities. I learned sometimes, tearing somebody down ain't always the way. Sometimes it's just being able to understand why they think the way that they think, where you can be able to put yourself in their shoes, So my reason is speaking on this and saying Thawada because, I had an experience, right? And through that experience, it was heartbreaking to me, a while back. And I was, I went and I talked to the individual on the situation. And one thing that I broke down to this individual, I made it known to him plain and clear. I'm grateful, for you, what I'm saying? And I said, thank you, for everything, even though, I got hurt, what I'm saying? But I'm grateful and I'm thankful because it taught me something. So why am I saying this? It's because sometimes in life I've learned, don't always be thankful for the things that makes you feel good. Sometimes you want to be more grateful, or should I say, you want to be in that place of more in gratitude when things don't work out the way how it's supposed to work out for you. It can be you amongst brothers, sisters, different things like that in that nature. And y'all may not be, eye to eye with things, but something clicks within y'all where it's like, it's something inside you that's just like, hey man, to get myself in a place of not building up any ill will intentions or this and that and the third between my relationship with them, regardless of what I may agree to or what I don't agree to. I gotta have my mindset in that place as in like, yo man, be thankful, be grateful, because I'm having an opportunity to learn myself, and I'm having an opportunity to learn those who are connected to me to help further myself. You see what I'm saying? Because that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he brings Akim and Akwathium together. He brings them together in these times because it's expedient so that they can be able to go to the next level, within spirit and in truth. So when it comes down to that worship, you don't want to just be on one level in worshiping. You want to excel in your way of worship. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I do in secret that only, the brothers that I'm connected to that knows about those things, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to prayer and stuff like that, or when you in a state of humility and getting down on your knees and, you know what I'm saying, facing towards the east, and how you set things up, you know what I'm saying? Because when that time and do come, you may not have the opportunity to do those type of things that will be on your heart to give Yahweh Shem Yahushua the glory at a moment because of you being able to be grateful. You see what I'm saying? So these things, are key points in helping us to go further in where we stand at with the inward man, because that inward man is built for kingdom. That's why Yahweh Shai said the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. And what is he vouching for when it comes down to the spirit? How the spirit is willing to do the things that will be beautiful in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but not only just that, but is willing to operate in what is of kingdom. Not only being able to be in a place of operating within what is of kingdom, but that inner man is willing to be open, to be groomed up and being prepared for that immortality, that celestial body. You know what I'm saying? And those things are very, very important. Shalom to everybody that's on here. Shalom. You know, that's very, very important. So, you know, these things, you know, I've learned as time goes on, it's something that helps me along my way. You got brothers who are gifted in different key departments when it comes down to prophecies or different things like that, and they may be more skilled than other brothers, and that's a beautiful thing because it shows you your weakest points and it shows you where you are strong at and where you stand at. And being strong at, you can bring exhortation to the Akim in that department to keep them on fire, because some brothers, because of their situations, they may not have that type of spirit set on them to stay on fire, even though they may know prophecies or they may know different things. But that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua keep you amongst brothers that's like that, so that y'all can be able to work with one another and be built up in spirit and in truth. You know, so I wanted to, you know, because I'm about to go on a plantation, but I wanted to bring that out, you know, of words of encouragement, you know, and you know, to speak. I want you to see in the very, you know, at this very moment, those who are watching this video, be thankful. Even when you are receiving something from somebody or you giving something to somebody, it can be services, it can be anything. Just thank you. Just thank you. Thawada Abba Yahweh, Bahashim Hamashiach Malak Yahweh Shah. Wada Abba Yahweh, Bahashim Hamashiach Malak Yahweh Shah, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh, Brakatay Yahweh. You gotta speak these things and come from a sincere place in order to understand what it means to reach greater heights in spirit and in truth. You see what I'm saying? So I'm about to get on out of here. You know, I love y'all. Y'all stay up, stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? On Yahweh Shem Yahushua is willing.